Sir Maggie the Mighty, a book about obedience, by Michael P. Waite, illustrated by Jill Cobert Truesdell. Down at the end of Old Pumpkin Patch Row, at the edge of the pond where the wiggle reeds grow, Maggie McBuggins, her mom and her pop, lived in a squash with a leafy green top. There in the shade of wiggleweed flower, Maggie McBuggins would play by the hour. Sometimes she went on a voyage at sea, the toughest and bravest of pirates was she. Maggie was also an Indian scout, dressed up in feathers and sneaking about. And other times she was Sir Maggie the Mighty, a gallant young knight, and a brave one already. Sir Maggie would always accompany Mom down to the market upon her horse Tom. She'd gone there so often she knew every inch. To a brave knight like Maggie, the trip was a cinch. So one day, when Maggie was pretty well grown, Mom let her go to the store on her own. Her mom said, "Get dressed and I'll give you some money. All of that I need is some bug juice and honey." This is my biggest adventure, thought Maggie. Donning a night suit that looks sort of baggy, I'll need my best sword and I'll need my best boots, and a shield to block spears if the enemy shoots. But when Maggie's mom got a look at her knight, she wasn't the slightest bit pleased with the sight. "Maggie, you can't wear your good dress," she said. "What if you rip it? Wear this one instead. And Daddy's big boots. Now what did I say? You'll trip if you wear them. Please put them away." Maggie went back to her room storming mad. She doubted if other knights had it this bad. And as she was putting on less knightish clothes and pulling the boots from her wee little toes, she suddenly thought of a scandalous scheme, a devious scheme that would work like a dream. Out of her closet she got a big sack, the sort she could carry along on her back. She snatched the big boots and she stuffed them inside along with the dress. What a great place to hide. Maggie pretended that nothing was wrong as Mom gave her money and sent her along. "Just bug juice and honey," she heard her mom say. "Go straight to the market. Please don't stop to play." But Maggie no sooner had turned down the road than into the bushes she sprang like a toad. She put on the things that she'd hid in her sack, stuck the rest in the bushes, and shouted, "Attack!" Sir Maggie the Mighty was off on her way, feeling quite knightish and gallant and gay. A short way ahead, by the side of the street, a candy store stood full of good things to eat. Wouldn't a gumball be great? Maggie thought. But when she went in, can you guess what she bought? Taffy and gumdrops and peppermints too, and one giant gumball apiece that was blue. She gobbled up goodies and strolled down the street till all she had left was the gumball to eat. But as she stepped up to the marketplace door, her stomach felt sicker than ever before. She hurried to pick up the bug juice and honey and went to the grocer to give him the money. "My dearie," he said, "you don't have enough money. A penny won't buy you but one drop of honey. Also, I'd say that you look rather sick. You'd better get home. Now run along quick." Sir Maggie the Mighty staggered toward home, thinking how badly she'd done on her own. She crawled through the bushes to pick up her sack when she heard a gruff growl, and she turned to look back. And there on the grass, and looking quite mean, was the ugliest drug that she had ever seen. Sir Maggie the Mighty did not stay to fight. She turned with a scream, and her feet took to flight. But her boots were so big that she tripped in the mud, and into the muck Maggie went with a thud. And the dastardly drog took her last piece of candy, the blue piece of gum, which he thought was just dandy. Miss McBuggins was terribly shocked when into the house her little girl walked. Maggie had mud from her heels to her hair, and her boots on her dress. She had mud everywhere. I'm sorry, cried Maggie, the mud-covered knight. The warnings you gave me turned out to be right. I didn't obey you. I wore my good dress, and now I'm a terrible, horrible mess. I stopped to buy candy and spent all the money. That's why I don't have any bug juice or honey. So then Maggie's mom sent her into the tub, and as she was giving the mud a good scrub, she said, Maggie dear, I think that you've seen that I don't make up rules because I want to be mean. I just want to know that you're quite safe and sound, that you're not lost or hurt or in mud on the ground. I love you, and that's why I say what I say, and once you know that, I hope you'll obey. When Maggie was cleaned up and cheery once more, she got some more money and went to the store. She picked up the groceries and headed straight home, proving that she could do fine on her own. The only thing extra she bought on the way was a little gumball, which she gave away. Children, obey your parents in everything, for this pleases the Lord.